What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? On yesterday's video, I talked about what it takes to start a hotshot trucking business and what process I had to go through to start, and what process if you decide to go my route, how to start it. Today's video is going to be pretty much why I think anyone should not hotshot truck. Just because of all the crap that goes along with it. And guys, some people are not able to be a business owner. It is hard. It takes dedication. It takes patience. It takes, it takes everything in the book to be a business owner or to be even self-employed, period. I'm going to try to do this in about 10, 11, 12 minutes, something like that. So I'm just going to go over what it took, well, not what it took me to start this, but what kind of crap I have to go through every single day and stuff like that. So first thing I'm going to go through is insurance. I have a $1 million liability and $100,000 cargo insurance, cargo and load insurance. It cost me about $1,674 a month, and that's for the $1 million policy. Central Dispatch is a company that I use, and they don't require $1 million for in-state, because I am in-state. If you do go out of state, they do require it. But in-state, guys, $300,000 and $50,000 load insurance, cargo load insurance is required, and that costs about $932 a month. So think about that. Insurance is going to cost you just less than $20,000 a year. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Truck and trailer are going to cost between $50,000 and $70,000 brand new. Now, you guys, you don't have to go the new route, but I definitely recommend going the new route if you can. It just depends on how much money you're ready to let go and how much money you need to keep aside. But guys, let me tell you right now, if you go with a used truck, you better set another $10,000 to $20,000 aside for when it breaks, because it will. At least with a new truck, guys, if it breaks, it ain't your problem. Trailer. I would definitely not buy a trailer used. You can buy a truck used all you want, but trailers, guys, don't buy a trailer used. That'll be the biggest mistake of your life. The reason why I say don't buy a used trailer is if somebody overloaded it at one point and something's wrong, just don't mess with used trailers, trust me. Next thing after that, in-state and out-of-state trucking. In-state trucking only requires a US DOT number, which that's what I do, and that's what I have as a US DOT. Guys, if you go out of state, do make sure you have your MC number and $1 million policy. MC is your motor carrier number, and when you do have it, make sure it's 2 inches tall for a DOT person to see, because they will pull you over real quick if you don't have it. Guys, you're away from home a lot. You are away from home between 25 and 28 days out of the month if you're an out-of-state guy. If you're an in-state guy like me, I'm home every night, but you're going to make about half to 60% less than an out-of-state guy. Depreciation of your truck. So this is a big one. So guys, if you buy a new truck like I did, expect it to depreciate $20,000 to $30,000 in the first year. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is you're gonna need if you want a warranty like I do, and not want it to be your problem if it breaks, you're gonna be buying a new truck every year. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You will put between 80 and 120,000 miles a year on your truck. So depreciation of your truck is something you can claim on your taxes. So definitely get an accountant and work with them on depreciation. Cost of fuel and wear and tear. Cost of fuel, guys, cost me, since I'm in-state, between $400 and $600 per week. And yes, that is between $2,000 and $2,400 a month, on top of let's just say $1,700 insurance payment every single month. So my expenses just for fuel and insurance are almost $3,700 a month. So definitely keep that in mind before you start this. Wear and tear, guys, you don't have to keep track of wear and tear, because I don't. If it breaks, or if a tire pops, or I need tires or oil change, guys, I just pay the bill. Don't keep up with your wear and tear. You don't need to. If you want to be that practical, and play it by like the tax book and do it all correctly, I mean, you can, but that's not worth it. Guys, I make about between 8 and 10,000 a month. $500 to $600 in fuel a week, which I said is between 4 to 6, but between $2,000 and $2,400 a month, and $1,600, $1,700 in insurance every single month. So pretty much half of my income is expenses. So just think about that. 40 to 50% of your income that you take in. So if you take in $100,000, 40 to 50,000 of that is going to go towards expenses. So if you make 100,000, you're pretty much going to go home with 50,000, and you still have to pay taxes. So just keep that in mind before you start this. Truck miles, guys, this ain't a big one, but keep track of your miles. Go to QuickBooks and buy the QuickBooks self-employed app. That'd be the best thing you can do if you're going to do this. Like I said, I recommend you don't, but if you're going to do this, buy the QuickBooks app. It keeps track of your expenses, it keeps track of your miles, and all that good junk. Oh, and miles, you're gonna put between 1,500 and 2,000 miles a week on your truck and trailer. If you're an in-state guy. Out of state, you're probably double to triple that. Here's a big one, checks bouncing. Guys, this is the glorious part about being a business owner and being self-employed, is you have checks bouncing. Guys, as of last week, I do not accept checks. I make that very clear to my customers, and I've had a few people not want to use me now, and that makes me kind of worried. But or about them. I'm sorry, makes me kind of worried about them. But guys, as of last week, I do not take company checks. I take cashier checks, which you can definitely tell the difference between them. Guys, do not take checks. I take credit card. Intuit, QuickBooks, self-employed app has a way to charge a person's credit card, and they pay it online. So think about that, and I only take cash or card. That's the only way I'll do it. Keep track of your receipts. Anything you buy, any gas you buy, anything like that. Like I said, if you have a QuickBooks app, snap a picture, it uploads it, call it a day. So keep that in mind. Keep all your receipts and separate it bi-weekly. Taxes, and I'm gonna kind of go over this for a few minutes. Taxes, guys, are gonna range between 7.5% and 20%. So when you start an LLC, you don't have to worry about this for the first year, but when you start an LLC, the IRS is already gonna dedicate you to a sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship means you're gonna pay more in taxes. So you pay more in taxes, your expenses go up pretty much. So you got to charge more. But anyway, so if you guys go to an S corp, which I would recommend, that's what I am. If you go to an S corp, which you need to do your research on that, S corps only pay about half of what a sole proprietorship does. If you guys need help with that, let me know. Drop a comment below, and I'll do a separate video on S corps and sole proprietorships in this industry. The next thing on here is showing a loss. So guys, if you take in 100,000, you pay yourself 60,000, but you spend 50,000 in expenses, you have a $10,000 loss. Let me say that again. If you make $100,000 in 1 year, you pay yourself $60,000, but you spent 50,000 in expenses, you show a $10,000 loss. Now, this is something I'm not going to explain. This is something you guys need to go talk to your accountant about. Ask them about taking a loss or showing a loss on your taxes. So, S corp, I have that, but I already went over that. Dedication. Like I said in the beginning of the video, being self-employed, being a business owner takes dedication, takes patience. If you do not have those two things, you will not make it. So keep that in mind. Central dispatch. If you're going to be a hotshot car or automotive mover, central dispatch is something you definitely need to look into. And it takes them about 7 business days to get your application processed. So keep that in mind as well. keeping up with QuickBooks is the last thing I have on here, guys. Keep up with your QuickBooks and you won't have any problems with the IRS. You need to keep up with your QuickBooks. That's the most important thing you can do. So guys, that's all I have on my list. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Please like this video if you find it interesting or helpful in any way. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see you next time. Thank you guys. Have a good day.